morning mga ka-Tribu and welcome to another episode of Straight Talk with Daily Tribune. I am Komfie Manalo. Joining us today is the General Manager of Benguet Electric Cooperative to talk about the issues involving Beneco. Let us all welcome former PCOO Assistant Secretary Ana Marie Paz Rafael to talk about the issues of inside Beneco. Good morning, ASEC Rafael.
Good morning, Komfie, and to all our viewers, our listeners, magandang umaga po.
Good morning po. Let's shoot the first question. Have you already assumed office as the new General Manager of Beneco?
Yes, Komfie, I already assumed office. In fact, my appointment says upon receipt ng aking appointment ay effective immediately. So, pinareceive po ang aking appointment no August 27, the other Friday po. And I physically assumed on Monday, August 30.
And are you already dispensing your duties as the General Manager? Because we understand that there are some objections and there are some few members of the board, and I think the president of Beneco is opposing your appointment.
Yes, Komfie, I assumed office. Otherwise, ma-dedemanda naman ako for dereliction of duty. There are opposition, of course, and well, they say culturally daw sa mga electric cooperatives kasi nasanay sila na for 20, 30 years hindi nagbabago ang kanilang ang leadership. Ganun talaga daw yung nangyayari every time na nagbabago ang leadership ng mga electric cooperatives. Yes, I assumed office and I am dispensing my duties as a general manager. I am conducting pockets of member consumers meetings, feedback, so that I can listen to their feedback, and if they have problems on Beneco on yung bills na pinapataw po, payments ng bills na pinapataw po ng Beneco, mga reklamo po dun sa mga poste, all these little things, we engage our member consumers. We have been engaging them in the past days.
That is a good thing naman po that you are already able to dispense your duties and you are already touching base with your consumers. Pero how is the objection of the 6 directors and the advisory issued by Attorney Esteban Sumangi questioning your authority as GM? Paano ito nakaka-apekto sa inyong pagkatrabaho?
Well, sa akin naman, I don't really recognize yung mga advisories ni Attorney Sumni, the President of the BOD, kasi po lahat naman po ng ini-issue nila na hindi ako ang GM and the like ay hindi po legal. And kung paano siya nakaka-apekto, hindi naman siya nakaka-apekto insofar as I am concerned because I know where I stand legally, and in fact, however, nakakaawa lang din sa mga empleyado and sa member consumers na nalilito sa mga iba't ibang advisories po. So, dun po, that's where I'm coming from.
Saan ba nanggagaling yung kanilang pagtutol sa inyong appointment? And why are they even questioning your appointment?
Yes, I don't really understand. Maybe it's best that they should answer that. But as far as I'm concerned, they can only go to the Court of Appeals to question my appointment, and it would only take the courts to declare that my appointment is not valid. Absent that, my appointment is legal po.
Si Atty. Sumangi and
Somni.
Atty. Sumangi and some of the boards have appointed Mr. Melchor Licoben as the GM of Beneco. Parang setup ngayon? Is Mr. Licoben also function as the GM or are you able to function solely as the sole GM of Beneco?
Yes, Komfie, maybe I'll briefly explain. Last year, I applied and si Engineer Licoben po ay nag-apply din at nirecommend siya ng Board of Directors ng Beneco. Under the law, under the rules ng NEA po, whoever will be recommended or applies to a general manager position will go through the process. So kami po, we underwent the process and ayun po, ako po ang na-appoint. In short, ako po yung na-appoint ng BOA kasi lahat naman po kahit saan aling proseso ang susundin, either through recommendation ng BOD or through appointment ng BOD, kailangan pa rin ng approval ng NEA, and it really has to go to the same process which we have gone through. So ayun po, if the question was answered, or if not, I will clarify more.
Yung, di ba, ang according to, ang claim nila at grupo nila Atty. Sumanggi is they have the sole authority to appoint their own GM. At sabi nyo, you underwent the process. Si Atty. Melchon po ba underwent the same process? And yung bang pag-appoint ni Atty. Sumanggi kay Mr. Lecoben is also within the process?
No. Well, I would say this way. The appointment na kiniklaim ni Attorney Sumni na presidente po ng BOD has to undergo the same process which we have gone through. They have underwent the process, and then nung hindi sila ang na-appoint ay ino-object nila yung proseso. Even the bylaws of Beneco states that whoever is appointed as general manager of the Beneco will always need the approval of the National Electrification Administration. So I don't know where it is coming from, because ang tamang proseso naman po, at alam naman po yan ni Attorney Somni, ang president po ng BOD, ay for them to question that sa Court of Appeals, and only the Court of Appeals or the courts can declare na hindi valid yung appointment. Ganun lang po kasimple yun. As to where the noise is coming from, I'm not really sure. It's best siguro na si Attorney Somni ang makakasagot dyan. Kasi po, pinagpipilitan naman nila. Ang klaro naman po ng rules ng NEA at ng bylaws po ng Beneco na it will always need the approval of the National Electrification Administration. In fact, nung seek sila, ang BOD ng Beneco ay nag-seek ng extension ng office ng term nila para hindi matuloy ang kanilang election. It needs the approval of the NEA. All monies of the electric cooperative is subject to the approval of the NEA as to where they would spend it, yung mga loans, ganun po, and everything. Practically everything would need the approval of the NEA. So, ayan po.
So, hindi totoo yung claim nila that they have the sole authority to appoint their own GM?
No, not at all. NEA Memo 2017-035 states, so there are two ways as to how to go about with the application. So, I know na may mga lawyers din po sa atin sa Baguio City and the Benguet who have been explaining that over the radio na hindi mga lawyers na volunteer po natin. And I know na, well, on the part of Attorney Somni, I know that he knows that.
Yung nangyayari ngayon na issue dyan sa Beneco, are you looking, or are you even considering filing charges against the people blocking your appointment before the court?
I filed a case with the NEA yesterday for indirect contempt. Sila ang pumunta sa korte because there is nothing that I would bring to court because I am legally appointed. So they can question that in court. They can go to the courts. In fact, may nag-file daw ng kaso pero sa RTC. So tingnan natin kung anong gagawin pa nila. I will not go to court because they should go to court to question the legality of my appointment.
But you did file a contempt case against them?
Yes, I filed an indirect contempt case against them with the NEA for their defiance dun sa order po ng NEA. Because wala naman silang ibang gagawin kundi to sign with me, the BOD, sign with me PMC or the performance management contract na 1 year, parang OPCR kapag sa gobyerno kayong ano yung plan that you would do for the first year na nag-assume ka bilang general manager. So, ayun po, pinasa po na lang natin po yung PMC natin with other members of the board of directors, the vice president and the secretary and 2 other members of the board of directors of Beneco.
Maraming salamat, ASEC Ana Marie Paz Rafael. Magbabalik po tayo matapos sa ilang paalala. And we're back. Welcome again sa Straight Talk with Daily Tribune. Narito pa rin, kasama pa rin natin si ASEC Ana Marie Rafael, bagong General Manager ng Benguet o Beneco or Benguet Electric Cooperative. Good morning ulit, no, ASEC Rafael. Kanina nabanggit nyo na you're already dispensing your duties as the General Manager of Beneco. Ngayon po, let's discuss ano ba yung mga plano mo for Beneco and how will Beneco be different now to better serve the consumers within your service area?
Yes. I'm coming in from the point of view of someone from government and someone who's coming in from the Ombudsman, the Office of the Ombudsman, because with my past experiences sa gobyerno po and as a mayor, I want to get straight to our member consumers and listen to them, talk to them, and find ways on how to solve their problems and bring in Beneco closer to them. So, I want a transparent Beneco. That is, when I say that, lahat po ng pera po ng Beneco ay alam ng mga member consumers po kung saan nilalaan. Saan po napupunta ang kanilang pera because Beneco is there. So, dun sa financial na aspeto po, we will be publishing lahat po ng kontrata ng Beneco. Sino po yung mga contractor nila, and sino po ang mga nakakuha ng mga kontrata ng mga maintenance nung per distrito po. So lahat po yan ika-account po. Hindi kailangan tanungin po sa amin ng member consumers, kundi po ibibigay po natin yan na hindi kailangan nilang sumulat or magtanong sa atin. Also on the side po ng member consumers, I am going out to I'm reaching out to member consumers. Syempre with the pandemic, talagang paunti-unti, but I'm opening our doors sa Beneco po to our member consumers na may complaints po, so that readily po na bibigyan namin ng pansin or nagagawan po ng paraan yung mga problema po nila. Also, the third is we want to register with the CDA, the Cooperative Development Authority. Ang Beneco po ay nag-register po last year ng November, pero nag-lapse po yung provisional registration niya nung Mayo 2021. Kaya kami po gusto namin na mag-comply dun sa requirements po na maging CDA member po or CDA registered na kooperatiba ang Beneco. Para po may kasama din po ako, kasama ko din po ang CDA para makita namin at makontrol namin yung mga financial na aspeto po ng kooperatiba at mapunta sa mga member consumers yung mga dividendo na nararapat po na para sa kanila. So these are the things we want to bring in sa Beneco, and of course sa lahat po ng audit observations po ng Beneco na mga bawal, ipapatupad po natin yan para po malinis, mas kampante ang mga member consumers na napupunta o nalalaan ang kanilang pera sa tama. So these are the things that we wanted to implement. It's moving forward actually. It's moving forward and opening up ourselves to whatever na gusto ng ating member consumers.
I lived in Baguio for 4 years, and during my stay there with my family, one of the issues that we always encounter is yung regular power interruption. Have you looked into that, and what's causing those regular power interruptions sa service area?
Yes, Komfie, I will be looking into that, especially so na I really wanted, I wanted so much to look into that right away to be able to understand it. But of course, with the challenges posed by different advisories, itong mga empleyado, they are not comfortable to have a meeting because magkakaibang advisories ang pinapareceive sa kanila. So really, I in as much as I wanted to get into the bottom of the problem, ayoko rin namang ipitin ang mga empleyado kasi they're already challenged this time. Pag pipilitin ko pa at kakasuhan pa sila, mas malala naman ang mangyari. Although, of course, we would like to implement yung pagtatrabaho namin na walang masyadong kaso sana sa mga empleyado. We wanted to avoid that as much as we can, if we can, and we will see how we could go about with that in the coming days. So I will be reaching out to the employees and like I said, hindi talaga madali. It's a balance between you want to implement something pero may makakasuhan and yung discomfort dun sa loob sa mga empleyado. So, we're trying to balance all these things so that hindi rin maantala yung serbisyo para sa mga member consumers.
Yeah, one of the biggest challenges in your area is, of course, bulubundukin yan eh, the mountainous area.
Yes.
And very vulnerable yung mga power lines, lalong-lalo kapag may mga bagyo. Every time na may malakas na bagyo sa natatama dyan sa Benguet, sa Cordillera, mabilis matapol down yung mga power lines. That causes several days of power interruptions. Have you, of course, you're still new, no? Have you talked to the engineers of Beneco how you can address that issue ng vulnerability ng power lines sa mga malalakas na bagyo?
Yes, Komfie, I will still be talking to them, but I understand that all the areas, halimbawa may contractor dun sa area na to, na halimbawa may bagyo, may magme-maintain na kapag may may landslide or may punong kahoy na natumba na would affect yung electricity, or may mga transformers na pumutok, may magme-maintain ka agad, may magre-repair ka agad. I understand na yun ang nangyayari dun sa mga areas na per district. So we will look into that when things are better with our admin, the admin part. But I'm scheduled to meet with them in the coming days.
Say, aside from the confusing advisories issued by you and the opposing party, what other challenges have you encountered so far since assuming your function as the GM of Beneco?
Yes, honestly, kung sa amin lang doon sa Baguio and Benguet, I understand before na hindi naman siguro sana mas mahirap. But then with the party list Philreca coming into the picture, mas mahirap din ito, especially so na they have been doing meetings for the employees, and they always tell them that may takeover. Ako po, hindi naman po ako negosyante. Hindi po ako kapitalista. Ako po maninilbihan lamang po sa ating member consumers. But that's another thing. Like kanina, and in the past, in June and this last August, Philreca had been out in the House of Representatives talking about the process and everything like that, and it's also more confusing to the employees also. So it's hindi madali. Hindi madali itong mga nangyari, and all the electric cooperatives nationwide are looking into Beneco, the issues in Beneco, because this entails the process of selecting a general manager. When I understand that in other cooperatives like Iselco and Novelco, iisa ang general manager. So marami talagang issues dito na it's whatever that's happening in Beneco, there is more than meets the eye.
So you're saying now the issue that is concerning, or the issues that are concerning Beneco right now could be used as a model para sa iba pang electric cooperatives?
Yes, Komfie, that is what I'm saying. And dun sa yung pangyayari sa Beneco, kasi nasana yung ibang electric cooperative na kung sino lang dati ang gugustuhin ni Administrator Masungsong, yun ang makakaupo. Alimbawa, dun sa Iselco, may kaso na po ito. Yung sa Iselco 1, yung general manager ng Iselco 1 is the PS, or siya rin ang parang general manager ng Novelco. Yung ganon. So, and that happens to other electric cooperatives also dun siguro sa Mindanao or Visayas. So, these things really, dito sa proseso na to, like, it's more than a year. We have undergone the process for more than a year. I applied in July 2020. The process started in October 2020. So, and up to now, ang hirap pa rin. So, it's really, sometimes I had always been with government. So, I never knew that it would be this difficult, ang challenge sa electric cooperative. And coming in from the government, sa electric cooperative, ang dami kong nakita, ang dami kong natutunan. And from an investigator's point of view, pag, I'm also shocked with looking at the audit report.
Mhm.
So because we requested for an audit report, and I really don't want to dwell so much on that because, like I said, I really wanted to move forward. If there are cases that we will be filing, we need to have a solid case para hindi naman nadidismiss yung mga kaso natin. So,
Pero sa initial audit nyo ng financial standing ng Beneco, have you seen some questionable transactions there? Or
I should give a copy na lang siguro to Tribune because it's the audit report, financial audit report of NEA. So may audit observations yan, may mga sagot naman ng Beneco dyan. So gusto ko matuto dun sa ano ba yung bawal na pagkakagastusan sa isang electric cooperative at ano yung pwede lamang na saan dapat ilalaan lang yung pera ng kooperatiba. So these are things I really wanted to share the audit report because it's an official document, the financial audit report ng 2020 so that makita nyo po, mas magandang kayo na rin po kasi hindi po ako accountant.
sige po ma'am, we'll look forward sa document na ibibigay niyo sa amin. Pero yung NEA audit report niya, meron bang mga nakikita dyan ng mga bawal na expenditures?
Yes.
Tulad ng?
Mas maganda siguro I will refer that to our lawyers, our volunteer lawyers at mas they can explain it better. Otherwise, if it would come from me, parang sabihin nila napaka self-serving ko. So I would share they have a copy of the official na audit observation po ng NEA sa Beneco. And it's best na sila lang po ang magpapa-interview on that matter.
Yes ma'am, and you will give us a copy of that audit report, right? You promise?
Yes, we'll be giving you a copy of the audit report. It's an official copy, so we can share it with everyone, even to the MCOs po.
Thank you very much po. And do you have so far, no? Although nakaka-assume kayo wala pa yata 2 linggo. But do you have plan to bring down the cost of electricity to be paid by Beneco consumers? Because I understand Baguio is capable of producing its own electricity or energy, so that can lower the cost of power there.
Yes, Komfie. Whatever that trickles directly to the member consumers, I believe it's the low cost ng elektrisidad. Limbawa, ako, kapag hindi issue dun sa mga legal na issues ng Beneco, kapag ako ay ordinaryo na member consumer, wala akong pakialam basta ang importante walang blackout sa bahay ko para makapag-aral yung mga anak ko. So what is the project or the program of electric cooperatives that would directly trickle to our member consumers? It's paying lower rates for our sa konsumo natin, especially so that everything right now during the pandemic depends on the blackouts or the presence of electricity kasi mawawala yung wifi pag walang elektrisidad. So all these things taken together, that is very important. That's very primordial because ang common po dun sa the past days where I've been talking with member consumers, owners, is bakit biglang tumaas yung bayad ng kuryente ko. And of course, dun po sa amin sa Cordillera, marami pong pwedeng pagkuhanan ng electricidad, power generation. So we are looking into that. We will be I would be asking, and there are several feasibility studies already on that. So we will be looking on that matter, especially so na malapit na pong matapos yung kontrata with the SWAL, kung saan po nanggagaling ang kuryente po ng Beneco.
And of course, another thing that you can do to lower the electricity rate there is by eliminating some of the unnecessary expenses, no?
Yes,
yung mga
yes.
bawal na expenses siguro.
Yes. Actually, Komfie, from an ordinary citizen, ang alam ko lang is hindi ka pwedeng magtaas ng singilin ng elektrisidad kung ito po ay hindi naaprubahan ng ERC.
Mhm.
So, all these things really I would like to understand and look into, and I would give a chance to the ones who are in charge in Beneco to explain so that I can better understand, and then we will find ways kung paano po natin matulungan at maramdaman ng member consumers na may ginagawa po ang Beneco para sa kanila.
Well, sa nangyayari ngayon sa sa Beneco with the opposing party, do you think you will be able to reconcile with this group? Are you open to reconciling with them or
Yes,
working with them?
Yes, Komfie, I am very open, especially na we are kailyan. Culturally, hindi naman talaga kami sanay sa nag-aaway, and we will be dragging people about yung personal na mga away namin. So, as for me, wala namang masama, mas gusto ko pa nga para mas komportable lahat. Sino ba ang may gusto na, 'di ba, may papasok ka tapos hindi ka welcome, tapos aawain ka at kung ano-ano pa, 'di ba? It's not something that's comfortable, not to anyone. Especially now kasi, 'di ba? Ang worry mo is yung pandemic, tapos madadagdagan pa ng additional na stress, 'di ba? So, magpipilitan, mag-aaway. It's just too much.
Linawin ko lang, Asek, you're from Cordillera. Which tribe?
Yes, I'm Balangao and Gatdang. My dad is Balangao from Natonin Mountain Province, and my mother is Gatdang from Paracelis in Mountain Province too. I'm puro Igorota.
Anyways, what other challenges do you face as the new GM of Beneco?
Well, apart from those which were already mentioned, the challenges that I have now dun sa admin part is just so much na it's causing so much confusion, and that's the least sana na gusto nating mangyari. Confusion sa member consumers, confusion sa loob, and yung discomfort sa loob. Kasi syempre, pag nandyan ako sa loob, I really get to say hi, hello, so that employees are comfortable. And also, hindi madali because if, gaya kahapon, I stay in a hall. My office is a hall, the Dumol Hall, because they are not providing me any office. So they turned off the outlets. So saan magkakape? Saan kami magkakape? Saan kami magsasaksak ng pangkape namin? Pag may mga MCOs na bumibisita, saan kami magsasaksak? So, inaantay na lang din namin, baka bukas, bakalawa, i-off na rin yung ilaw namin sa Dumol Hall. So, all these things talaga, I don't know where I'm getting all this patience. But then, sabi ko nga, wala akong intention na manggulo. So, sa lahat ng nangyayari, in fact, the server is not already there. It was taken out. So, diba, it's really a challenge, and I don't know if I would really encourage other people to apply as general manager in vacant positions na mga electric co-ops, because it's tough. It's more than what I really so expected. But then again, if this is for a cause, sabi ko nga, I will not question God kung bakit ako napadpad dito. I know it's for a cause and it's for a greater cause.
Napaka-ironic, no? You're the head of the general manager of an electric cooperative. You supply power to the consumers there, and your office has no power.
Yes, and my office is a hall. But I'm happy also. Kumbaga, I'm glad na doon din, kasi at least pag may mga bisita na dumarating, at least makakapag-social distancing kami at hindi kami makakapag-breach ng mga health protocols. So at least okay lang din yon na kasi ayokong pilitin din na basagin yung office na opisina sana ng general manager para lang makaupo ako. I'm comfortable naman na kung maaawa sila at bibigyan ako ng opisina, then I would be thankful.
And do you have any parting message to our viewers?
Well, to our member consumers in Baguio City, I will do best po para I can reach out to everyone. At I will always listen sa inyong lahat, and I will do best para po ang Beneco ay maging full-fledged na registered po sa CDA, para na rin po makakuha kayo ng inyong mga dividendo, and expect a more transparent Beneco so that you will know kung saan pumupunta ang pera po ninyo. Ayan po, and sana po sa atin lahat po, if I may say tinikano, agalwag tay ami, iti daytoy nga pandemya, ken Diyos ti agina kaday tay ami.
And thank you very much, Asek Ana Marie Paz Rafael, General Manager of Benguet Electric Cooperative. Thank you po for your time and hopefully sana maayos na rin yung gusto dyan so you can dispense your functions accordingly and efficiently as you wanted. And we look forward to the document that you will be sending us. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for making me talk. Thank you for making me reach out to our member consumers. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much po ulit. And that's the latest episode of Straight Talk with Daily Tribune. I am Komfie Manalo and hope to see you soon. Hope to see you again next week.